Hey, how you doing? Thank you all so much for tuning into another video. Before we get started, of course, I gotta do the YouTube stuff. Go ahead and like this video and make sure you subscribe to this channel. It does help this channel out a lot, and most importantly, it allows this channel to be broadcasted to more people that need this information. So let's all do our part and make sure that we like this video and subscribe so that not only can you get the information that you need whenever it's available, but also the other people out there that need this information, they will to receive it. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and get started. You see the title of this video, so you know what we're talking about. We're talking about why is proactive marketing so important versus passive marketing. Okay, so what do I mean by proactive marketing? I mean marketing that you do, which is you going out there and getting it. Basically, you're not doing something, you're not setting up something and hoping that the leads come in. You're actually going out there and getting those leads and making things happen. So examples of this, right? Cold calling, right? You get your list, whether it's absentee owner equity, a pre-foreclosure, failed listing, whatever list you're calling, right? You're going out there and you're getting those leads by calling those people and checking to see if they actually need your assistance. So the reason why I personally like proactive is because you're able to, well, let me just go ahead and go through the list. So number one, a lot of people have lost hope, right? Say if they're about to lose their home, they feel like there's no other option out there for them, right? But then you call them one day. They probably got several calls. They didn't trust anybody, or they thought that something was going to happen. They were going to figure it out. But because you were proactive and you called them again, and they're about a week away from the auction, right? By you being proactive, you're able to save them in their time of need, right? But if you were to create a Facebook ad, they're probably looking at the ad like, I don't think this person can help me. The auction's tomorrow. I don't know how long it's going to take and blah, blah. But by you being proactive and calling them, texting them, door knocking, whatever it is, you're in their face and you're letting them know like, hey, when is it? Okay, we got no time to lose. Let's get right to it. So that's number one. Number two, you get first dibs, right? You get first dibs to help these people out, right? So if you set up certain campaigns that are automatic, sometimes it takes the algorithm some time to figure out exactly who you're trying to reach out to. You got to spend a bunch of money and you just got to let that computer churn and find the people that may need your information, right? But if you have a list of people that's about to lose their house and you go to their door, like, hey, how you doing? I can help you, right? And or whatever spill you have or whatever it is, or if you cold calling people, hey, how you doing? I'll see if you're interested in selling your property. Like, oh, shoot, yeah, I'm about to lose my house, right? It's super important for you to do that because you get first dibs. As soon as the information is available, you can act on it immediately. So that's number two, all right? Number three, predictable results, right? I know my metrics, right? I know my metrics in the sense of it takes me 25 leads to equal a deal, and that's usually, in a deal, it's usually about 1.5 leads a day with about 560 calls and 1,000 text messages equals about 1.5 leads a day. You do that, average about 25 leads, and then that'll equal a deal. So that's about where I'm at, right? So by you doing those efforts, you may have your metrics for, I put out X amount, I knock on X amount of doors, that equals X amount of leads, and X amount of leads equals a deal, right? You may have, whatever your proactive marketing is, you'll start to collect data, really important to collect data, so that you know how much effort is needed in order to accomplish certain goals. So very important, you'll be able to predict your results. Once you record the information, then you'll be able to have a more strategic plan on what your finances will look like, which brings me to number four. You can determine what your income is, right? So you can start saying, okay, well, I know if X amount of leads equal a deal and that equals X amount of calls and X amount of text messages, right? Now you can say, okay, well, what if I hire somebody to do that? Then they may be at 30 leads equal a deal, but what if I hire 2 people, right? So now you're doubling up your efforts. You know how much work needs to be done in order to get a certain result. But now instead of you being the person that's in the business, you could be on the business by figuring out, okay, let me make sure everybody's doing everything the right way every single time so that these results can be repeatable and we can scale from there, okay? So those are my 4 main reasons why I prefer to do proactive marketing instead of passive marketing. Nothing against passive marketing. Eventually, I may incorporate passive marketing in what I do, but the foundation of what we do will always be cold calling and texting and being proactive and making sure we're reaching out to salespeople. All right. So again, the reason why I feel like it's important to do proactive marketing is because 1, somebody may have lost hope, and by you reaching out, you're able to save them from their situation. Number 2, you get first dibs on those deals. As soon as the information is available, you can act on it right away instead of waiting for the computer to figure out what needs to be done. Number 3, you get predictive or predictable results by recording your KPIs. You can predict how many leads you need to do in order to get certain deals. And number 4, you're able to determine your income, and you can say, hey, if I want to make X amount of dollars, then I know I need X amount of leads, which equals a deal, which usually gives me X amount of money of profit, whether it's wholesaling, whether it's flipping, or whatever it is. Make sure you're recording your information so that you know what you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. So with all that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning into another video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you get more videos like this. And let me know what y'all think about this format of me picking a topic and hammering it out and explaining each bullet point. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. And I have several goodies for you guys in the description section, so go ahead and look through there, and I give you guys access to certain trials of different programs that I use in order to get my deal. So hey, thank y'all so much for watching another video, and I cannot wait for y'all to get your first deal. Y'all take care.